What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. Blazers get a 196 victory tonight. Well, this afternoon over in the Pepsi Center in Denver. Let's go over all the team stats for the Blazers. They shoot 38 of 93 for 41% from the field. They go 4 of 26 for a terrible 15% from three-point land. They go 20 of 24 for 83% from the free throw line. Of their 38 made baskets, they get 16 assists. They pull down 55 rebounds, 12 of those offensive. They get 5 steals, have 7 blocks, and they only have 4 turnovers. For the Nuggets, they shoot 33 of 89 for a terrible 37% from the field. They go a terrible 2 of 19 for 11% from the three-point land. They go 28 of 39 for a terrible 72% from the free throw line. Of their 33 made baskets, they get 15 assists. They pull down 51 rebounds, 13 of those offensive. They get 1 steal, they have 9 blocks, and they have 5 turnovers. Individual stats for the Blazers: CJ McCollum goes off for 37 points on 17 of 29 shooting. He goes 1 of 3 from 3. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He finishes up with a +6. He pulls down 1 offensive rebound, has 9 total, dishes out an assist, has a steal, and a big block. So, Damian Lillard, he goes for 13 points on a terrible 3 of 17 shooting. He goes 2 of 9 from the three-point land. He goes 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He finished up with a +8. He pulled down 10 rebounds, dished out 8 assists, had only 1 turnover, got himself 3 steals. Enes Kanter, he shoots 6 of 13 from the field for 12 points. He goes 0 of 1 from 3, finishes up with a +1. He pulls down a game high 5 offensive rebounds, has a game high 13 total rebounds, dishes out an assist, also has a turnover. Mo Harkless, he finishes up with 6 points on 3 of 5 shooting. He goes 0 of 1 from 3, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. He finished up with a -8. He pulled down 3 offensive rebounds, had 5 total, just out 3 assists, had a steal and a block. Al-Farouq Aminu, he finishes up with 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. He goes 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He finished up with a -7. He pulled down 3 rebounds and had a turnover. And that finishes out the starting 5 for the Blazers. For the bench, Evan Turner has his best game of the series, especially offensively. He goes for 14 points on 3 of 7 shooting. He goes 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He finishes up with a -1. He pulls down 2 offensive rebounds, has 7 total, dishes out 2 assists, and has a block. So big game from Evan Turner, and he was definitely a reason why the Blazers won this game, especially late, hitting big free throws. So general salute to Evan Turner. Zach Collins, he finishes up with 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting. He goes 1 of 3 from 3, which was a big 3. Finishes up 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He finished up with a +5. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 5 total, dished out an assist, had a turnover, and 4 huge blocks. So Collins came up huge on the defensive end once again in this game. So general salute to Zach Collins as well. Rodney Hood ended up leaving this game early with a hyperextended knee, but he finished up with 6 points on 2 of 6 shooting. Goes 0 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He finished up with a -2. He pulled down 3 rebounds. Myers Leonard got some run because people were in foul trouble and Rodney Hood got hurt, so he ended up having to play, but he finished up with 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Goes 0 of 2 from 3, finishes up with a +9. Seth Curry finishes out for the Blazers with no points on 0 of 2 shooting, goes 0 of 2 from 3. He finished up with a +7. For the Nuggets, Jokic probably has one of his worst games as he finishes up with 29 points on 11 of 26 shooting. He goes 2 of 6 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. None bigger than the free throw he missed in the clutch with about 10 seconds left in the game. He finishes up with a -1. He pulled down 4 offensive rebounds, had 13 total, only had 2 assists, had 2 turnovers, and had 4 blocks. Jamal Murray was not much better. He finished up with 17 points on 4 of 18 shooting. He goes 0 of 4 from 3. He finished up 9 for 9 from the free throw line. He finished up with a -2. He pulled down 2 offensive rebounds, had 6 total, dished out 5 assists, and had a turnover. Paul Millsap also, we'll go Gary Harris. He finished up with the most efficiency in this game for the Nuggets. He went for 15 points on 7 of 11 shooting, goes 0 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He finished up with a -7. He pulled down 6 rebounds, dished out 3 assists, and had a turnover. Paul Millsap finished up with 10 points on a terrible 3 of 13 shooting, goes 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Finished up with a +3. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 7 total, dished out an assist, and had 3 blocks. Torrey Craig, he finished up with 8 points on 2 of 5 shooting, goes 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He finishes up with a team high +6. He pulled down 4 offensive rebounds, had 8 total, dished out 2 assists, had a turnover. And he finished out the starting 5 for the Nuggets. Will Barton off the bench leads the way with 8 points on 4 of 9 shooting. He goes 0 of 2 from 3. Finishes up with a -9. He pulled down the offensive rebound, had 3 total, and dished out an assist. Monty Morris probably had one of his better games, but he finished up with 5 points on 1 of 3 shooting. He goes 0 of 1 from 3. Finished up 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Finished up with a -2. He pulled down 2 rebounds, dished out an assist, and had a steal. Mason Plumlee finished up with 4 points on 1 of 3 shooting. He goes 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Got himself a -7. He pulled down an offensive rebound, had 6 total, and got himself 2 blocks. And then Malik Beasley finishes out for the Nuggets with no points on 0 of 1 shooting, which was a 3, and he finished up with a -1. For game notes, CJ McCollum leads the Blazers to their first conference finals in 19 years. Damian Lillard was way off tonight, but he did end up hitting a big 3 when the Blazers needed a basket in the 4th quarter. But other than that, he was off all night. And for the Blazers to be able to show the resiliency that they did in this game, with Dame being all the way off, is just remarkable. I mean, it's just a testament to how this team has been this whole entire season. CJ was out for the last few games of the season. He came back like with 2 games left, I believe, 1 or 2 games left right before playoffs. And for him to come out and have a game like this after he had that knee injury is amazing, because that injury that he had, there was only one other player in the league that's had it, and that was Kevin Garnett, and he could not come back. So for CJ to come back, have a spectacular performance like this man is a superstar. And I don't want to hear anybody trying to say that he's not, because he proved it tonight with an excellent performance. So general salute to CJ McCollum. Enes Kanter was big time as well. He had 12 points, 13 rebounds, another double-double for him. He was big time. Definitely, especially on the boards. Like his offense, he had a lot of stickbacks. So general salute to Enes Kanter. Evan Turner, definitely his best game offensively off the bench in this game. And all 14 points were needed by him. He also had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a big block. Zach Collins, another huge impact game, especially on the defensive end tonight. He had 7 points. He had a big 3-pointer in the 4th quarter when nobody else was hitting. Also had those 4 huge blocks and pulled down 5 rebounds. So big game from Zach Collins, and he is coming into his own in the playoffs. And I just can't wait to see how the Blazers play against the Warriors. It's going to be a hell of a series. I do believe that the Warriors will win in 6, but that's going to be a tough series. It's going to be a very tough series for the Warriors. I think this will be their toughest series for sure since they've been playing in the playoffs. So I definitely look forward to this matchup. Hood, like I was saying, he left the game with a hyperextended knee, and there's not very much word on the severity of it, but once that comes out, I definitely will break that news out to the family for sure to see if he can make it back by Tuesday. If he doesn't, just gotta have other guys step up. Maybe a guy like Jake Layman will get a little bit more run than he's been in these playoffs, and he's definitely a guy that he can go off and give you 20 if you leave him open. So we'll just have that next man up mentality like the Blazers have had this whole entire season. But Jokic and Murray missed crucial shots down the stretch in this game, and it's just a testament to the way the Blazers were playing defense against those guys. Jokic at the line missed a huge free throw. It was just one of them games that they just could not come back from. They were up 17, and the way the Blazers just kept fighting to get this game was just amazing. So I just can't wait for this conference finals, man. I just can't wait. Your boy is hyped right now. Millsap was way off again, and Gary Harris was the most effective Nuggets offensively this game. He went 7 of 11, so he probably should have shot a little bit more. But man, neither team shot the ball particularly well, with the Blazers only going 41% and the Nuggets shooting 37%. So it was just one of those defensive battles. And I didn't even know if this game was going to go, if either team was going to even get to 100, but the Blazers ended up getting to that century mark. And that leads them to be able to play the Warriors in Oracle on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So I can't wait. Definitely looking forward to that battle. Dame already has some banners up by Oracle Arena because he's like the spokesman for Hulu. So I can't wait. Dame going back home. Dame always plays well against the Warriors, so I can't wait for this series. But other than that, excellent win from the Blazers. First conference finals in 19 years. This is your boy P Money. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to all my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm off this.